Okay, so after the whole "what do you mean One Piece is political" conversation happened a couple months ago, I feel like it's important to go through some other animes and anime characters and kind of understand and apply their philosophies to real life, because I feel like a lot of y'all are not really getting the message. So today we're going to talk about the Akaza philosophy and mentality, and how a bunch of y'all have this mentality in real life, in our real life Akazas, and don't even realize it. Okay, so Akaza was somebody who valued strength, right? And he felt like weak people are disgusting. He hated all weak people because he thought that their weakness meant that they had to get what they want through other means that were cheap and dishonorable and dishonest. And that's subconsciously based off his backstory when he was betrayed by people who did shit like poisoning the well instead of trying to fight him directly. Further, he thought that killing weak people was just natural selection at the end of the day. They were disgusting and they deserved to die. The strong predator destroys the weak prey. That's how it is. Tanjiro, meanwhile, cherished the weak. He sought to protect his weaker little siblings and the innocent people throughout the story. And he even took mentorship and respect and advice from somebody like Shinobu. And yes, Shinobu was like stronger than him at the start of the story when they first met, but she was still the weakest overall Hashira, and she was someone who did use her brain and poison and other things to get her way. Tanjiro thought that the point of strength was to protect the weak, not to prey on them or look down on them, and actually empower other people to also become strong, even if they can't become strong in a traditional sense. Now, how does this apply to the real world? A lot of people have, in American culture and society, a meritocratic view of capitalism where they believe that essentially the people who are successful because they're mentally strong, right? They're hardworking, they make good decisions, blah, blah, blah. And the people who aren't successful, who are poor, starving, homeless, etc., they deserve to be where they are because they didn't work as hard, they didn't make as good decisions, they lack the mental fortitude, judgment, whatever. I see this especially with people who become successful or become rich on social media doing whatever they're doing, sales, etc. They get this ego and feel that they're better than weak people. They'll even take advantage of weak people, selling them bad stuff. There's a million different scams now in social media, in real life, and essentially preying on the weak and thinking they're justified because they're smarter or mentally stronger. That is an Akaza mentality. You're looking down on people who are weaker than you and thinking you can take advantage of them, and you're basing weakness and strength not on morals but on like a mental capability instead of Akaza's just physical capability. And like Akaza, you're associating people not being successful or being weak with them being dishonest or distrustworthy. And in reality, everyone had to have other strong people come and take care of them, like Tanjiro tells